Om Shri Sai Ram. In the previous class, we solved half of the exercise of the terminal exercise of the chapter complex numbers, and today we will complete that exercise. Here the question is we have to simplify the given. Let us simplify this. Solution. If I take this one 3 plus I minus 1 minus I plus minus 1 plus I. So, we have to simplify this. It is 3 plus I. If you multiply minus 1 minus into minus become plus I, and if you multiply plus here minus 1 plus I. Now, you add the real and imaginary part separately. So, which is equal to here reals are 3 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 1 minus 2 plus 3 is 1, and here I plus I plus I plus I. How many i's are there? There are 3 i's. Therefore, the simplification of the given is 1 plus I3 or 3i. This is a simplified form of the given. Next problem. We have to find additive inverse as well as multiplicative inverse of the following complex numbers, which are 3 minus 7i and 1 minus root 2i. First, let us find additive inverse, then we can find multiplicative inverse. So, let us consider the given complex number as z is equal to 3 minus 7i. See, is additive inverse. If you add some complex number to it, you will get 0 complex number. So, that is minus z. If you multiply with minus z, and I will call it as say some z1, which is equal to minus of 3 minus 7i, which is equal to minus 3 plus 7i. So, this is the additive inverse of the given complex number. Say, let us consider minus z as z1, which is equal to minus 3 plus 7i, just multiplied minus with the given, that gives additive inverse. Similarly, here if I take z is equal to 1 minus root 2i, this is minus z is equal to what? Minus of 1 minus root 2i, which is equal to minus 1 plus root 2i. Say, I can call it as z1. z1 is the additive inverse of z, that is minus 1 plus root 2i. If you add with that, you will get 0. That makes the additive identity. Similarly, we can find multiplicative inverse. So, as we know that multiplicative inverse generally we denoted as 1 by z or z inverse, and which can be expressed as z bar divided by modulus of z whole square. Z bar is conjugate and modulus of z whole square gives the multiplicative inverse if I take z is equal to the given. So, now let us find the multiplicative inverse. Let z is equal to 3 minus 7i. Z bar is 3 plus 7i conjugate, and its modulus is 3 square plus 7 square. So, which is equal to 9 plus 49. So, what is 9 plus 49? 58. Hence, the required multiplicative inverse. Therefore, the required multiplicative inverse is z inverse or 1 by z is expressed as z bar by modulus of z whole square, which is equal to z bar. Z bar is 3 plus 7i conjugate, 3 plus 7i divided by what is modulus of z? Modulus of z is root 58 and its square, root 58 whole square, root and square get cancelled. Therefore, the multiplicative inverse is 3 plus 7i divided by 58. This is a required multiplicative inverse. Similarly, you can find the multiplicative inverse of this complex number. So, what is that? Let us take z is equal to 1 minus root 2 I and its conjugate. You just change the sign of imaginary part, that is 1 plus root 2 I, and its modulus is square root of 1 square plus root 2 whole square. Here root 2 and square get cancel, root and square get cancel, which is equal to square root, or 1 square is 1 plus here is 2, which is equal to square root of 3. This is what modulus of z. And what is the required, therefore z inverse is equal to z bar divided by modulus of z whole square, which is equal to, what is z bar? Z bar is 1 plus root 2 I divided by what is modulus of z? Modulus of z is root 3 and whole square as we have here. So, square and root get cancelled, which is equal to 1 plus root 2 I divided by 3. This is a required inverse, multiplicative inverse. So, next we have, find the modulus of each of the complex number. Here the first one is 1 plus I divided by 3 minus I, division. So, we have to find the division of this one, and we can find its modulus. So, that is let us take z is equal to 1 plus I divided by 3 minus I. How we can do multiplication? You just multiply the numerator as well as denominator by the conjugate of the denominator. So, what is conjugate of this? That is 1 plus I. Now, multiply the conjugate of the denominator to the numerator, that is 3 plus I divided by 3 minus I, and also you have to multiply the conjugate to the denominator as well, that is 3 plus I, and this is equal to, now multiply this, 1 into 3, 1 into I into 3, I into I divided by, this is something like a minus b into a plus b, and we have I there. So, which is 3 square plus 1 square, which is equal to, here 3 minus 1, as I square is minus 1. So, 3 minus 1 is 2 plus I plus 3I will be 4I divided by 3 square is 9 plus 1 square is 1. So, which is equal to, if I take 2 is 1 plus 2I divided by 10, 9 plus 1. This is equal to, z is equal to, what is that? Here 2 1s are 2 5s are, okay. So, which is equal to 1 plus 2I divided by 5. What is this? 1 by 5 plus 2 by 5 I. Now, you find modulus. Modulus of z is equal to square root of 1 by 5 whole square plus 2 by 5 whole square. This is equal to 1 by 5 whole square is 1 by 25 plus this is 4 by 25. So, now here what you have here, so if I take 25 as LCM, I will have 1 plus 4 divided by 25. So, what is this? Square root of 1 plus 4 is 5 divided by 25. What is this? This is equal to root 25, and what is square root of 25 is 5, and this can be written as root 5 can be 5 can be written as root 5 into root 5. So, one of the root 5 get cancelled. So, I left with 1 by root 5. This is the answer. This is the modulus of z. Therefore, modulus of z is equal to 1 by root 5. Understand here? See, or you can do 5 on the 5 5s. Okay. So, 1 by root 5 you will get it. Similarly, find modulus of the other given complex number, that is let us take z is equal to 3 plus 2i and into 1 minus I. Okay. So, which is equal to 3 into 1 minus 3 into I plus 2i into 1 minus 2i square. So, this is equal to 3 and this will be plus 2 and here minus I, which is equal to 5 minus I. So, this is z. Okay. If you take its modulus, which is equal to 5 square plus what is the imaginary part here is minus 1. So, that is minus 1 whole square, which is equal to 5 square is 25 plus 1, which is equal to root 26. Okay. That is the required modulus of the given complex number. Let us go to the next problem. Here we have to verify modulus of z1 into z2 is equal to modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 or modulus of z2 into z2. That is a commutative thing. Here now let us consider the LHS, that is z1 into z2, which is equal to, what is z1? 3 minus 2i and z2 is 1 minus 5i. Okay. So, which is equal to, multiply this 3 minus 3 5s are 15i and this is minus 2i plus 10i square. This is equal to, now let us simplify this, 3 minus here 15 plus 2i, here I am taking minus I common term and here it will be minus 10. So, that I will have minus 7, 3 minus 10 is minus 7 and here is minus 17i. This is z1 into z2. Now, you consider the modulus on either side. Modulus of z1 into z2 is equal to square root of minus 7 whole square plus 17 whole square. So, which is equal to 7 square is 49 and 17 square is 289. So, 49 plus 289 is 338. Okay. So, next this is LHS. Okay. Next we have to find modulus of z1. What is z1? z1 is 3 minus 2i. Okay. z1 is 3 minus 2i. If we take its modulus, it will be 3 square plus minus 2 whole square. So, which is equal to square root of 9 plus 4, which is equal to 13. See, this is modulus of z1. What is z2? z2 is 1 minus 5i. Then its modulus is square root of 1 square plus minus 5 whole square, which is equal to 1 plus 25. So, what is that? Square root of 26. Now, modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 is equal to root 13 into root 26. This can be written as 13 into under root 13 into 26. So, 13 into 26 is 338. Okay. So, now you look at modulus of z1 and z2 is equal to root 338 and as well as modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 is also equal to square root of 338. So, thus we can verify the given, which is modulus of z1 into modulus of z2, which is equal to modulus of z1 into modulus of z2 or modulus of z2 into modulus of z1, whatever. Next, let us go to the next problem. Yeah, here we have to find the square root of 2 plus 3i So the solution here is, let us consider square root, since we are finding the square root of 2 plus 3i, which is equal to, say, square root of a complex number is also a complex number, that is a plus ib, I will call it as 1. And you can squaring on both side. After squaring on both side, I will be having a plus ib whole square will be a square plus b square plus I to ab. Okay, if you want to see, a plus ib the whole square is a plus ib the whole square is a square plus ib whole square plus 2iab, okay, which is equal to a square, and this is minus b square plus, I can write this, 2i to ab. Okay, so that's how we can expand a plus ib the whole square, and here, which is minus, so that is 2 plus 3i will be equal to a square minus b square plus I to ab. Okay, here equate real and imaginary parts, that is a square minus b square is equal to 2, and here imaginary part is 2ab will be equal to 3, and I call it as equation 2, let us say, and ab will be here is equal to 3 by 2, and this is equation 3. Now I can write a plus a square plus b square whole square as a square minus b square whole square plus 4a square b square. What is a square minus b square? 2, and its square is 4 from 2, equation 2, plus 4 into, what is a square b square? If you make it square of 3, you will get a square b square, that is 9 by 4. Here 4 get cancelled. I left with 4 plus 9 as 13. That is a square plus b square whole square, and you take square root on both sides of this, you will get a square plus b square is equal to root 13. I will call it as equation 4. Now, so now you can solve equation 2 and 3. You just add it. So I will add the equation 2 and 4. I will get a square minus b square plus, what is that? A square plus b square is equal to, what is a square here? A square minus b square is 2 plus a square plus b square is root 13. Okay, so now here minus b square and plus b square get cancelled. I have 2a square is equal to 2 plus root 13, or a square is equal to 2 plus root 13 divided by 2, or what is that? A is equal to plus or minus 2 plus root 13 divided by 2, or I can write a is equal to plus or minus root 13 plus 2 divided by 2. Okay. So now we have two values for a. Similarly, if you subtract this, say, what is that? A square plus b square minus equation 2, that is a square minus b square, which is equal to, what is a square plus b square is 13 from 4, equation 4, minus 2, that is from equation 2. Okay, we have subtracted a square plus b square is 13 minus a square minus b square, which is 2, minus 2. So now here a square plus b square minus a square plus b square, and here minus a square plus a square get cancelled, which is equal to root 13 minus 2, and here 2b square is equal to root 13 minus 2, and we have b is equal to what? Plus or minus root 13, this is 1 by 2, since we are taking root, right? So which is 1 by 2 if I take. So this is what? Or we can write this as plus or minus under root 13 plus 2 divided by 2. Okay. Similarly, here also we can write root 13 minus 2 divided by 2 whole power 1 by 2, or which is equal to plus or minus, what is that? Under root root 13 minus 2 divided by 2. Okay, now we have two values for A as well as two values for B. Now from we can write the square root of the given complex number. Okay. So since you look at the equation 2 and 3, so we have to take the values of A and B in such a way that it should satisfy equation 2 and 3. Since here from equation 3 the product is positive, therefore as we discussed in the previous, we have to write the sign of A and B. Sign of A and B will get the same signs. So therefore thus we can write the square root of the given complex number is either plus root 13 plus 2 divided by 2 plus I root 13 minus 2, that is a square root, okay, by 2. So square root, or this, or what is other one is I can write it here, that is minus, you will get it minus, okay. So I will write it directly as plus or minus this plus or minus square root of root 13 plus 2 divided by 2 plus I square root of root 13 minus 2 divided by 2. Okay. Hope you understand this. So next example. Yeah, find the same thing, find the square root of I. So I can be written as 0 plus I, that is a complex number, you have to assume it. So let us solve this. So I'll consider the square root of I is equal to say some A plus IB, I'll call it as equation 1. Squaring on both sides, I is equal to A square minus B square plus I to AB, equate real and imaginary parts, and I can be written as 0 plus I. The real part here is 0 and here is A square minus B square, so I can equate that to 0 and I call it as 2, and imaginary part is 1 here and here 2AB, so that 2AB is equal to what? 1 or AB is equal to 1 by 2, that is 3. See, look at here, here the product is 1 by 2 and that A square minus B square is 0. So we know the factorization as previous one, which is a bit difficult to write the products, and here we can straight away we can write that. Here if I take what are the possible values for A and B, that satisfies 2, equation 2, that is 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, okay. What is 1 by root 2 into 1 by root 2, which is 1 by 2, okay, or minus 1 by root 2 into minus 1 by root 2, which is also equal to 1 by 2, okay. Minus 1 into minus 1 become 1 and root 2 into root 2 becomes 2. And here see, look at equation 2 now. If I take A as 1 by root 2 the square and B as 1 by root 2 the square, what is the answer? Obviously the answer will be 0, hence 2 is satisfying. Similarly, if you take this combination, that also will be satisfied. Therefore, the square root of the given complex number are this one, these two, that is plus or minus 1 by root 2 plus I 1 by root 2. That is the required square root of the given complex number. Therefore, the required square root of a given complex number is, from 1 I can write 1 by root 2, since the product is positive, therefore the sign of A and B are same. So 1 by root 2 plus I by root 2 or what is that? Minus 1 by root 2 minus I by root 2. This is the required. Okay. Let us move on to the next one. Yeah. For the complex number, we have to verify this. Say for let us take Z1 is given and let us find what is Z1 into Z1 by Z2. Z1 here is 1 plus 3I divided by Z2 is 2 plus 5I, which is equal to. So, you just, as you know that division of complex number, 1 plus 3i divided by 2 plus 5i. Now, you multiply the conjugate of the denominator. So, that is 2 minus 5i divided by 2 minus 5i, which is equal to. So, you multiply this 1 into 2 minus 5i plus 6 minus 15i square divided by 4 plus 25, okay, which is equal to, what is this? 2 plus 15 is 17 plus I divided by 29, okay. So, what is this? If you take modulus on either side, so if I take modulus on either side of the equation, so which is equal to, if you find the modulus of this, that is square root of 17 square plus 1 divided by 29 square. So, which is equal to modulus of z1 by z2 is equal to 17 square is 289 plus 1 divided by 29 square. What is 289 plus 1? 290. 290 divided by 29 square. I can write 290 as 29 into 10. Is it right? Yes. 29 into 10 is 290 divided by 29 square. Here this and this will get cancelled. Therefore, I have 10 by 29 under root. This is my modulus of z1 by z2. Similarly, I can call it as equation 1. Similarly, find the modulus of z1 by z2. What is modulus of z1? That is square root of 1 plus 9 is square root of 10, and modulus of z2 is 4 plus 25, which is 29, and if you take modulus of z1 divided by modulus of z2, which is equal to modulus of z1 is root 10 and modulus of z2 is root 29. This can be written as 10 by 29 and you can call it as 2. From 1 and 2 we can conclude that z1 modulus of z1 by z2 is equal to z1 by modulus of z2. Yes, we verified. And this completes the complex numbers. Thank you. Sai Ram.